I mean, it's too bad Fred Warner couldn't continue to hang out in this game because that guy, he's got that defensive player of the year aura about him. The 49ers sitting on top of the Patriots 30-13 here at the 2-minute warning. They've had more than 400 yards of offense today. Defense scored a touchdown today. I mean, it's too bad Fred Warner couldn't continue to hang out in this game because that guy, he's got that defensive player of the year aura about him. Had one of the 3-4 best catches in this game today when he just stabbed an interception right out of the air. I'm not sure Jacoby Brissett even saw him. Got his longest run of the day, a day filled. Brandon Ayuk feels like he had a better game today, and certainly the game that you wanted to see out of him. This was a game that they absolutely needed. It was one that they had to have. They needed it. They got it. Was it perfect? Is it completely criticism-free? I can already feel an awful lot of cynics out there saying, look, man, it's the New England Patriots. You got to grade it on a curve. All right, to a point, you have a point. But to the other point that the NFL is officially the single least predictable league in professional sports, I don't think you can be criticizing who you just got the win you needed over. We will take a look at this box score. Bosa with a sack, a strip, a fumble, and fumble recovery. That is hitting for the cycle on a quarterback sack. Good to see Bosa get one of those. At the end of the game, you could feel like they kind of saved Bosa. He wasn't on the field where he might have been early on in the game. They wanted to save his legs for some fourth quarter pressures, and it feels like that was a piggy bank that filled up the right way because Bosa was a menace here in the fourth quarter. He really, really was. 24 carries out of Jordan Mason for 123 yards. I mean, that jumps out to you right away. Brock Purdy absolutely eclipses 300 yards today. I thought it was one of the best days he's played with his feet. He was scrambling to keep plays alive. He was just moving around the pocket to keep plays alive. I thought he retreated well. I thought he knew and made the right choice when to tuck it and run, when to go. He had 2 passes on the same drive that were touchdown passes that were called back, and then he punctuates that drive with a touchdown pass anyways, the beautiful pass to Kittle. He hit the 53-yarder to Debo downfield, which was a really nice strike, maybe his best ball of the day. His 46-yard strike to Juwan Jennings was a hell of a throw, even better catch, though. Like, that highlight goes to Juwan, but it was a dime from Purdy. There was a drive where Brock Purdy had 2 touchdowns taken off the board by questionable officiating choices, to say the least, but they come back to score the touchdown when George Kittle outleapt 3 other New England Patriots to come down and high-point a ball in the end zone. It was a great play out of Kittle. What did Kittle finish with today? 4 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown for Kittle. Juwan Jennings made a hell of a catch. 3 catches, 88 yards for Juwan Jennings. He leads the 49ers in receiving yards. I did not have that one on my bingo card today, but he did it again. You'd figure that with Debo back and with Ayuk. You know, Ayuk for a 5-target, 2-reception performance. I'm feeling a whole lot better about Brandon Ayuk. He's making catches and got wide open today. He probably made a catch, a diving catch. They even took a look at it to see if it needed to be reviewed. This is the sloppiest number on the board, though, right here. This is what Kyle Shanahan is going to be talking to his team about. 3 fumbles, one of them belonging to Isaac Guerendo. Jair Brown, by the way, ended up being your leading tackler on the day. Nick Bosa, again, did what he needed to do. He got a sack, his strip, his fumble at the end. Malik Mustafa, in his first start, had 5 tackles in this game. We used his name early on when he whiffed on a tackle, and then he dropped a deflected interception. It feels like the only 2 times we used his name, but 5 tackles for a guy starting his first game. That's good. Saw Leonard Floyd appear in a box score and actually have his name used in a game today. That was good. It wasn't a great day for the 49ers offense, yet they had 431 yards of offense. 148 rushing yards, 6 penalties, 43 yards. Clean that up. That's too many penalties, too many weeks in a row. The 2 turnovers was nobody's friend. They didn't dominate a time of possession the way that you thought they might have. But this was a game where Kyle did pretty much what he wanted to do. And I'm going to tell you, too, Isaac Guerendo has yet to impress me. These are my 2 biggest official complaints out of this game. Special teams, again, in Isaac Guerendo kind of a yawn. Again, you know that the coach doesn't believe this guy can get the job done. If as soon as a mistake is made, you don't see him have that job anymore. If there was real conviction that Isaac Guerrero was the right guy to be returning kickoffs on this team, then a mistake wouldn't have him leave the field indefinitely. We have seen Isaac Guerrero appear in a game once, do something unimpressive, and then vanish. It's happened a few weeks now. One was a bad play from the line of scrimmage. This was an unimpressive punt return fumble that he coughed up. You had Kyle Juszczyk's returning a punt today. Isn't that Jacob Cowing's job? And I didn't see Cowing do anything to get demoted, but apparently he did, and we got Kyle Juszczyk out there returning a punt. It just shows you that there's not a lot of conviction in what they've got in terms of kick return or special teams coverage. NFL history, a 63-yarder was hit by Joey Sly of the Patriots today, and that was probably, since it actually counted, and the catch that looked like it might have been a catch down the side there, but it wasn't a catch. I even thought the Patriots might want to look at this. This looks like it might be a catch. It wasn't a catch. So since that play didn't even happen technically, I guess the 63-yard field goal was the most impressive offensive play, even though it's special teams for the New England Patriots all day. Look, the Patriots are bad. Kyle Shanahan has a magic number, and the magic number is 27. The 49ers have now won 30 consecutive games. 30 consecutive games when scoring 27 or more. That's good for business. And look, 27 is not a small number. 27 is a big NFL number. But it's the longest active winning streak before it's happened to Kyle Shanahan. Jordan Mason produces explosive plays. I think I saw in this broadcast as well, Jordan Mason leads the NFL in carries of 10 or more yards. This is what the 49ers needed. And Mason, for a guy who isn't Christian McCaffrey, sure produces an awful lot of explosive plays, kind of like Christian McCaffrey did. Malik Collins pretty good after getting roasted last week. I did think Malik Collins had a better game this week. Absolutely had a better game this week. He should. He was looking at a backup center by the time he reached his second series out there, but he fell on that fumble, and it was what needed to happen. It was good for Malik Collins. If there's anything we've learned about the San Francisco 49ers, is that it's really not how you start your year, it's how you end. Thanks for watching. Tune into the Damon Bruce Show live on YouTube every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.